Congratulations, class of 2014. Welcome to all who are here to support us. Thank you for being here today and for all the support that you have given to us during the past 4 years and throughout our lives. To begin with, I will tell a story. It's set in Florence, Italy, at the end of the 1400s. There was a man who was commissioned by the city to carve a statue of David from the story of David and Goliath. The sculptor began his work on a beautiful, perfect block of marble that stood 17 feet high. However, the project was soon abandoned. The marble was left with a large hole and only the beginning forms of the feet and legs. For decades, no progress was made, and the block was left exposed to the elements. With its imperfections and deterioration over time, the block of marble was considered ruined and worthless by many people. However, there was one young man, a passionate and talented sculptor named Michelangelo, who discovered the marble block, and the desire to carve it consumed him. At the same time, it was decided that another attempt at carving the David should be made. A contest was held, and Michelangelo entered, but was not the favored candidate. He experienced disadvantages because he was young, not a well-known sculptor, and was competing against the famous Leonardo da Vinci. Michelangelo was patient and driven to reach his goal. Eventually, he was given the commission to carve the David statue. He spent countless hours planning the design and structure by taking measurements, making drawings, and studying the story of David. He did not allow the condition of the marble to be an excuse to give up, but rather a challenge and an opportunity for growth. He did what many people considered the impossible by angling the statue in such a way that the hole was no longer ruined the statue, but fit the design perfectly. The creation process was long and painstakingly difficult, yet in 2 years, the statue was complete. Michelangelo gave his all to the creation of the David statue. His work was not in vain. The statue stood in the most prominent location in the city and is considered today one of the most awe-inspiring masterpieces of all time. Class of 2014, we are both the sculptors and the sculptures in our lives. As sculptors, we hold the potential to create our lives. Like the big block of marble, our lives are full of potential. We choose how to shape that potential. Who we are and who we become is up to us. The innate talents and abilities that we have mean nothing if we do not take the time and energy to discover them, practice them, and use them to help others. As stated by Dumbledore in the second book of the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling, it is our choices that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. Inevitably, we are not perfect, and we all experience trials, hear harsh words, and experience failure, but we still control how those experiences shape us. Do we choose to give away our control by blaming others and refusing to take responsibility? Or do we learn new ideas from each experience and create a beautiful life and beautiful person despite the imperfections and challenges that we have? We must remember that regardless of how past decisions and experiences have affected our lives, not one of our lives is worthless, ruined, or beyond hope. We need to look beyond our own often rough exterior to the potential for goodness that lies beneath. Today we celebrate the work that we have done and recognize that our work does not end here. Our responsibility as the sculptors of our lives is ongoing. Each day we have the opportunity to continue to learn and to gain new skills. We can better ourselves and consequently better the world around us. As we graduate today, let us set the goal to make our lives the most awe-inspiring masterpieces of all time. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2014.